Hello everyone. So in this particular video we are going to discuss about the for each activity in Azure Data Factory. So let us understand. For each activity is similar to the programming language. In programming language, if you had to loop, if you had to iterate, what we use a for loop, right? Here also we have a similar concept. For taking example, suppose in normal case if you have any array and you have a multiple value. So in programming language, if you had to read this all the value one by one, what we use, we try to iterate with the help of the for loop, and we try to read the value one by one. So if I am iterating this whole array and if I am printing, so one by one this value will be printed. Similarly here also, if you have to iterate anything, if you have to iterate any activity, then we can use a for each activity. For taking example, suppose I have a one of the storage account. In this storage account I have a multiple file, employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, department, like that multiple files are available. Now what I have to do, I have to copy all the file into the another storage container as a JSON format. So this all the value are CSV, I have to copy in a JSON format. That is my requirement. Now in this case what I have to do, I have to iterate the copy activity and I have to pass the file name. So that is the thing I have to do, right? So what I will do, I'll create one copy data activity. In this copy data activity, if I will pass any file name, that file will be get copied into the another storage account, right? But we have a multiple file. In this case, what I will use, this copy data activity, I will try to iterate with the help of the for each activity, and one by one I will try to pass the file name. Like first I will pass employee 1, employee 2, employee 3 based on the loop condition. So that is the how we can iterate any of the for each activity. So in this case, what actually practical we are going to do, we have a storage account, we have a multiple file, and we have to copy into the another storage container. So in this case, if you have to first read what are the files are available, in that case what we will use, we will use a get metadata activity. Then only we will be able to read what are the files are available. Now after that we have to copy, right? So for that we will create one copy activity, but we have a multiple file which need to be copied. So for that we will use a for each activity. So we will use a for each activity. Under that copy activity we will define, and one by one from here we will pass the file name so that it will copy into the another container as a JSON format. So from CSV to the JSON we are going to convert. We are going to see multiple files how actually you can copy into the another container. So let's do a practical and let's understand, then we'll get a better idea. So first I will show you the storage account. I have one of the input container. In this input container I have a three file, department, employee and the employee 2. If I'll show you output, as of now in the output container no file is available. Now let's create a pipeline. So what you have to do, go to the author, click on the new pipeline, and in the bottom you will see, first what we will do, we will try to read what are the files are available in storage account. So if you have to read that, what we will use a get metadata. So what we have to do, go to the setting, create a data set. So we'll create a data set. My source is available in a blob storage, so I'll select that CSV file, select that. We'll create a link service, storage account, click on the create. After that give the file path. So my file path is input containers, I'll give that. Click on the OK, click on the OK. Now our get metadata is ready. Now you can see we have a field list. In this field list, click on the new, click on the drop down, click on the child items. With the help of the child items you will get to know what are the files and the folders available into the particular container. Now if you want to debug this, so click on the debug and let's see whether this particular get metadata activity is working fine or not, whether we are able to read our all the files or not. So let's see. You can see it is running, it is succeed. This is the input one, this is the output one. If I'll click on the output, you can see child items, we are able to read each file. In a name you can see we have a department CSV, employee1.csv, employee2.csv, like we are able to read our all the files which is available into the container. That's fine, right? Now what we have to do, we have a multiple file. This all the file we need to copy. So for that, what we can use? We can use a for each activity and we can iterate that. So if you'll go down in the iteration, you will see for each activity. So just drag it. In this for each activity, you can iterate that. Just try to connect this. Let me connect this. Click on this and drag it. It will be connected. Now in this for each, you can see we have a activity option. Means you can add any activity. We will use a copy data activity. First, click on this for each. In this for each, go to the setting. It will ask to pass the item. So what are the file name which you want to pass? So if you have to read the file name, what is the thing we should use? We should use a get metadata one dot child items. This we already covered in the get metadata, right? If you have to read any file one by one, we can use a get meta dot output dot child item. If you will do, click on the OK. So that is the dynamic value we will pass. Now click on the activity. In this activity, click on the plus. You can see these are the activity you can use for the iteration. What I am going to use? I am going to use a copy data. Click on this copy data. You can see here it is showing me the same source and the sink you have to select, right? So what is our source? My source is the blob storage. I have already created a data set for that, correct? And we have passed the input, right? Now go to the wildcard file path. Click on the wildcard file path and here click on the add dynamic content, because we are going to pass this value from the for each, right? One by one file name we have to pass. So click on the for each item and the value should be name. Item dot name you have to return. Click on the OK. So what are the steps you have to do? Go to the for each, click here dynamic content, click on the get metadata one child item. That is the first step. Now second step is go to this copy data source. First you have to create a data set and this wildcard file path you have to select and the file name we will pass here. We have to write item dot name. Now after that, let's add a sink. Let's create a sink. So we want to copy into the blob storage as a JSON format. So I'll select that. Link service, we will select the same. Where you want to copy that, you have to specify output. Click on the OK. Click on the OK. Now this our pipeline is ready. Now if I'll click on the debug, let's see whether it's working or not, whether it is able to read all the files or not. So you can see first it is running the get metadata one. So in get, with the help of get metadata one, we should be able to read our all the files. So let's see output. You can see we are able to read, means our get metadata one is working fine. Now what is the next step? Next step is for each. So in a for each, first it will try to iterate that file name and it will pass into the copy data. So that is in progress and you can see copy data also succeed. If I'll click here, it read the data and it copied. So it performed 3 copy data activity, you can see, because we have load and we have only 3 files. So that's why 3 times this copy data activity ran. Now if I'll go to the output container, if I'll see whether my file is available or not, you can see file got saved into the department.json, employee1.json, employee2.json, means our pipeline is working fine. So what we have done, we have read the file and we have passed into the for loop. So one by one this file is getting passed into the copy data and it is getting copied, and 3 times it ran the copy data. So with the help of the for each, we can loop the any activity. I hope you got the idea, and that's it in this. So thanks.